What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling tonight? What's going on, my peeps, my peoples? We is in the building, peeps squad. Let's get down to the situation. We got a whole lot to talk about. We got a whole lot to get into. We're basically going to start the night off with Quavo. You know, they had his funeral service in Atlanta. It's just really a sad situation, point blank, period. And there's so many rumors, there's so many allegations. But only thing that you can really do as a person, as a human being, is just basically, go with the flow as far as, accepting that, he's not here anymore. And a lot of people are hurt behind this situation because he didn't supposed to die. It was senseless. And then on top of that, just to hear about an A-lister, as far as Migos and Takeoff, being caught up in a, crap game, shooting dice, money, arguing, and dealing with mob ties and dealing with Jay Prince, Jazz Prince, Mike Prince, dealing with all that and how that went down in Houston was a whole terrible situation. Like, that didn't supposed to happen. It is supposed to go down like that, point blank, period. But in any event, people gathered today, his loved ones, his family, they gathered to celebrate his life, and they gathered to, send him off into the afterlife because, he's not here anymore. And it's really, a tragic situation, how it all went down, and how there's so much speculations about what went on, what happened, who was there, who got something to do with it. Was it, the people in Houston? What did it have anything to do with their contract? Did it have anything to do with QC? Did it have anything to do with them people? But one thing is for sure, hopefully his mother get the true answers and she finds out the truth, because his mother's hurting, his family's hurting, his brothers, his sisters, his aunts, people that are close to him, people that, dealt with him. But also, there's information that he really was into the Bible, even though he rapped and talked about this and talked about that when other people have passed away and they lost some of their loved ones, he sent messages to them, Bible quotes. So I don't be no only person I know that's a celebrity that be sending Bible quotes is Romeo. Okay. Romeo. But in any event, 28 years old, I believe, and he's not here anymore. That's crazy. So in any event, some of you guys grew up listening to his music. Some of you guys are totally fans and things of that nature. But a whole lot has went on and a whole lot has happened. And, he was, laid, not really laid to rest, but the memorial services that they had for Takeoff, they had it at the arena in Atlanta, and it was huge. It was big. So it makes you want to think like, damn, how come they didn't, televise it or stream it and things of that nature? But maybe because of all the talk, maybe because of all the things that people, have been saying in the past and things of that nature. But, and they wanted their privacy and things of that nature. And then on top of that, there's a lot of speculations. There's a lot of things going on. People feel this way, people feel that way. So, I guess the mom, wanted to have this private and have close friends and family. And then also, if you was able to snatch a ticket, you snatched the ticket and got a ticket, y'all. But, it's a whole lot going on. There's been a little bit of footage from the funeral and things of that nature. We had celebrities there performing. So let's check out, the inside of the arena. Like, this is crazy. So y'all tell me how and it looks nice. They did an excellent job with that, with the inside, how they did, it looks nice. He went out as a star. Definitely as a star. And there's been people posting pictures. There was like pictures of his funeral and things of that nature, as far as, old picture collages of pictures and things of that nature. And people just came out, people showed up for, Takeoff. And it's really a tragic situation all the way together. And especially when you think about how close and how together that, when it comes to Takeoff and Quavo, like they grew up together and things of that nature. And, they got into the business together. They grew up in the same house. They was raised by the same grandmother, There's a whole lot going on. And also the service was, people broke down, Offset lost his shit. That's what the word is on the street. And we're going to listen to it. So let's check this one out. This is the hearse. Wow.
$500,000 on the necklace.
And some people made, collages of Takeoff too as well. I thought this was pretty creative. That's Takeoff right there that this young man put together. People loved them some Takeoff. I see what you guys are saying. Hey, what's up, Hickerson? How you doing? What's up, Black Lavender? What's up, Miracle? What's up, Top Bugatti? Thank you so much, Top Bugatti. It's good to see you. And thank you so much for your donation the other day. I appreciate you for real, for real. Thank you so much, Top Bugatti. What's up, Miracle 82? What's up, Black Lavender? Nonsense, violence. It is. I can't believe that about him. Me either. It's just really, it seems like he was a cool dude and things of that nature. And some of the things that I read about him is like he knew from an early age that he wanted to be a star. He wanted to be an entertainer and he wanted to entertain people. And he started and he got his brothers involved and then they became. And then, if you watch some of his music videos that he has with Migos when it comes to Takeoff, you can see him rap everybody's verse. Like he knows everybody's verse and then he knows his verse. I don't know if he remembered it like that or, whatever the case may be, but it was one of them situations where you could tell he was serious about the music to actually remember everybody's verse and things of that nature that you already know that he was serious and he was dedicated to the music, point blank, period. And so that's a cool situation as well. And then I think this is not the Brat, but this is somebody else recording because the first footage that was released, to social media, it was the Brat pulling up to, Takeoff's funeral or the service at the arena in Atlanta.
R.I.P. Takeoff. We salute you, bro.
That's the Brat.
From the radio station looking out the window. Damn. We love you, bro.
So that was the Brat. And this is, someone recording his body arriving to the State Farm Arena in Atlanta.
Long live Takeoff! We love you, Tay! Takeoff! Takeoff forever! Woo!
And also we got into that part. So let's get into, there was a lot of people that were out there that did show up and basically, wanted to send him off right. They wanted to send him off right. They wanted to show that their love, their support, and things of that nature. Nobody knows what really happened or what went on. I guess we're going to have to wait. But hopefully we should get the answer. It should not be a Biggie and Tupac situation at all because there was too many cameras, too many witnesses, too many people there, and everybody know who their faces are and everybody know who was there and who and so hopefully, whoever was there know what happened to the man. And, sitting up there in his funeral and acting like it's all good is some bullshit, though. That's the worst thing ever, to have a funeral and your enemies are the people that had something to do with you disappearing from this earth and sitting up there crying and writing letters and all types of stuff, hugging and kissing on your mama, all types of things. Hopefully that is not the case in this situation, but somebody knows what happened. Everybody that was there that night knows what happened. Okay. And the biggest boss know what happened. It's just almost like, it's just so crazy because when you think of mob ties and when you think of J Prince Sr. and J Prince Jr. and you think about Jazz Prince and all them, there's an order of command. They call themselves mob ties. So something had to be okay or okayed for something to happen to, one of the members of the Migos. And unfortunately, it was Takeoff. So let's check this out. We got the cars showing up. That's the inside of the arena. It's just crazy. 1994. And then you have pictures of Cardi B and her husband Offset basically getting ready to go to the arena showing up, and you could see they're all dressed in black. And a funeral is not a happy place to go to. It's not a place that you put smiles on your face or things of that nature. It's just some place that you don't want to be, because this person is supposed to be dead, especially not going this soon, not this too early. There could have been things that Migos could have worked out in the future. Some groups, they break up and get back together, but a lot of people used to call them the Black Beatles, even though at the funeral service Drake referred to Migos and their relationship with Drake and traveling on the road as like the Rat Pack, you know what I mean? The Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, and Frank Sinatra and things of that nature. But, they're all in black. They mourning at this time and point. So there's a whole lot going on in this situation. But also when it comes to Takeoff, he was allegedly, reportedly, awarded a prestigious Phoenix Award during his memorial service. So he did receive an award and things of that nature. He was just too young to go. Some people are, happy that Cardi B went. Some people got negative things to say about Cardi B, saying that she's a part of the situation. She knew what was going on. That's why she brought out her husband out of that contract with QC, things of that nature. So it's so many different things going on. People are saying that Quavo is greedy. Quavo's this, Quavo's that. But damn, you grew up with that man. Like, they grew up together. They was raised together. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just so hard to fathom that, you would have anything in any involvement in the situation. We don't know if he's scared for his life or whatever the case may be, but you can't tell me he did not see who killed, Takeoff. I don't know if they don't want to speak to police. Why? Because you can't go out there and kill nobody. You can't go out there and shoot. Well, yes, you can, because rappers are getting killed and they're dying. But in any event, you guys are not gangster. Migos are not gangsters. They're not hood dudes. They're not this and that. They're not them type of people. They have been millionaires for a young age. They haven't been broke. They haven't been living in the hood. They haven't had struggles in years. Like, they don't live that type of life. And this is why it just seems like they were caught off guard, because if you watch the video with Takeoff just seemed like he didn't belong. They just seemed like he didn't know what was going on. It just seemed like he was following the lead of, Quavo. And Quavo, it didn't seem like he knew what was going on either. It was just a whole mixed up situation. They should have been there together. They should have been riding together. They should have went to the park. They shouldn't even went. They shouldn't even been chilling with them dudes. They shouldn't even been checking in. You know what I mean? But who knows? Because there's so many rumors that it's this, it's that, it's a sacrifice, it's the contract. Quavo's greedy. But when you see the memorial service and the pictures and the collages of how they grew up together, that's just like you killing your brother. Oh, Lord. And I couldn't even imagine or even have that in my heart that I could take my brother's life or something of that nature. Somebody I grew up with, somebody I bond with, over some money, you know what I mean? But a contract and orders, it's just so crazy. But in any event, hope for the best and expect the worst. That's what my mama used to say. So it's just really a crazy situation all the way together. There's a lot of people that showed up. People was outside. These are the people that got a ticket early. I guess they got their tickets. I don't know if they paid for them. They said that they were free, but they end up signing up real quick. These people must be on the list, child, because they was out there in the rain. And sometimes when they say when it rains, when someone dies and it pours and things of that nature, that means that you was called too soon. God wasn't ready for you yet, and they mourn the loss because there was more things that you had to do on this earth. And when it's sunshine and it's beautiful and you could just hear the birds chirp and the sun is on you, you can feel the heat from the sun, that means God is calling you back. But these are the superstitious things that I grew up with. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that whole situation. And so, moving on from that, you're gonna have the people out here in these streets that is going to, be out there, culinary art school, hospitality, agriculture. They're out there selling. Black people ain't gonna miss a beat. They ain't gonna miss a beat. They even got their hats on. They ain't gonna miss a beat for advertisement. And so you have not Quavo, but Takeoff's sister, and she made this post allegedly, and basically she gave the word in this particular post that she's seen Quavo's she seen Takeoff's face, and when she seen Takeoff's face, he looked normal, he looked the same. It didn't look like nothing happened to him. So that's pretty, that's a good decent thing to hear, that she actually said, Takeoff's sister. Some people say that this ain't his real sister. She got a father. You know how us black people do sometimes. That's my daddy right there. Everybody probably know that's my daddy, but my mama was sleeping with such and such Tyrone down the street and around the corner, and the gray cutlass, and then boom bada bean, the guy that's in the house now while you a month pregnant, I'm pregnant, okay, all right, I'm gonna take care of the baby, some shit like that. That's what people are trying to say, okay? But in any event, they're trying to say she ain't really his sister. She's out here doing the most, but she's his sister. Regardless if they don't have the same father, they have the same mother. And most black people, if you have the same mother, that's your brother and that's your sister. We don't even think about no stepsister, no half sister, no nothing like that, unless it's evident and it's been drilled in your head that that's your half brother, that's your half sister, okay? Or you had no relationship or whatever the case. But we know, so in any event, when it comes to Takeoff, she said that his face looked good. She said his face looked good. And she's saying that she loves him, my brother's keeper, and she never thought that this was going to happen, that she was actually going to be at this place and be here for this reason, losing Takeoff, but she said he looked beautiful. He did not look different. He looked like himself, okay? So in any event, at least he looked like himself. That means they did a good job on the makeup and things of that nature. And that also means that they had an open casket as well. So you have that whole situation. And you had the City Girls. The City Girls were there. Cardi B was there as well. And we know when it comes to, JT and Cardi B, they had a little bit back and forth, whatever the case may be. But they, they all showed up. They was there. They looking flawless. She got on white shoes. Okay, JT. She got on white shoes and feet all out when it's raining and shit. So the bottom of her feet is sticky. Let me stop. Justin Bieber, he was there. He performed as well. Cardi B, she was there. She had her security. And it seems like when it comes to Offset, he had security a lot, or he had his family members. But here's a picture of Offset, Cardi B, and Offset mother, and also you have Quavo. So these guys were sitting together, at the funeral service and things of that nature. So at least they talked. At least it's gonna take some time, but you got to come together after this, especially if both of you guys are innocent parties in this situation. So in any event, they were there, and it was good that you never thought she was gonna see Offset and Quavo sitting around, and especially in November after we got diss tracks, and you had Offset that's supposed to be dropping an album, but he pushed it back because he had nothing but diss on there against Quavo and Takeoff, allegedly. So we have that situation. And then we had Drake did a speech as well. Drake was on there, he was on stage, he came through where he got 4 corn braids or 6 corn braids going down even. I see 4 in the front, so I wonder how the back looks. So he got his corn braids in, he got on his all black, he got a black hoodie on too, under some expensive looking coat that's furry and kind of hairy at the same time. So he got up and speak. Of course he was going to get up and speak, but the family didn't want people to have any footage, and they wanted it to be private, and I totally understand it. But he's a big superstar, like he's an A-list. Like I said, they refer to them as the Beatles, the Black Beatles. And then Drake is preferring to Migos and himself, because he drops on all types of trains as the Rat Pack, but he's a part of J Prince Jr. and Jazz Prince. But in any event, let's listen to what Drake had to say. I think this is Drake.
Whenever he would take his shades off, he had this thing about him that I loved. Forever balanced. Forever balanced. Whenever he would take his shades off, he had this thing about him that I loved. No matter what was going on around us, he was like always kind of squinting, but like his eyes were wide open.
So he said his eyes was always squinted, but whenever his shades was off, you could just tell that he was aware when he took his sunglasses off. So I don't know if Drake trying to say that he act like he was stupid but he really wasn't. He knew all the moves and he knew all the plays that were going on. This is only a tidbit of the speech, so basically I'm just assuming.
Forever balanced. Forever
Let's
balanced.
listen to it again.
Forever balanced. Whenever he would take his shades off, he had this thing about him that I love. No matter what was going on around us, he was like always kind of squinting, but like his eyes were wide open.
So he was always, no matter what, when he took his shades off, his eyes were kind of squinted, but his eyes were wide open. Basically, I guess he's saying that he saw everything was going on. So I guess he just said he looked like he didn't know what was going on, but he did know what was going on, and he was forever balanced. So he's saying that he was always peeping the scene and things of that nature, even if you thought he wasn't. He was, and so he squinted his eyes because he had his sunglasses on. Child, I don't know what Drake's trying to say. I need to hear the whole speech, but I guess that's what he said. And then let's get a look. Let's see who this is. This shit. A lot of people said he was very emotional and he cried and he couldn't even get through the speech.
Change the culture of music forever.
He said he changed the culture of music forever, and that's pretty. He did change the genre of rap music with the way he rapped on the beat, and that's what he taught his bandmates how to rap to as well. Rap changed, like each generation. Sometimes people will influence the change and the flow of music, and everyone's saying that Takeoff did that.
Change the culture of music forever. Change the culture of music forever. You did it, Tate. You changed that flow. That flow came from Tate, the originator. The originator of that flow. To change the music. Business. Lord, give us the strength. Just give us the strength, the family, everybody, give us some strength. I don't want to question you, God, but I just don't.
He said, give us the strength, God, give us the strength. I don't want to question you, God. And when you say some shit like that, it really hurts when you thinking about questioning God. And he said, I don't want to question you, God, but why did this shit happen? That's a real moment. That unless somebody understands that, but that's a real moment,
You did that, Tate. You changed that flow. That flow came from Tate, the originator. The originator of that flow. To change the music. Business. Lord, give us the strength. Just give us the strength, the family, everybody, give us some strength. I don't want to question you, God, but I don't get it. I don't get you sometimes. And I believe in you, Father, but
he couldn't even barely get through that. So that's just a little piece. Hopefully we get the whole piece of these speeches and things of that nature, because it would be wonderful to hear how it's touched, how it affected them, because when you don't hear anything, people assume things. So that that could help. But in any event, if we never do, we never do. And then let's get to Quavo's speech at Takeoff. Oh no, this is Drake. Okay, no, not that one. That's the same one. So let's see. because I know I did hear Quavo basically say some good things about Takeoff, basically saying that he never competed with him. And when it came to Takeoff, Takeoff was always waiting on him to make his move. Takeoff was always waiting for, Quavo to do what he was doing and things of that nature. Then he'll come in and he'll just do what it do. And when he said he never competed with me, I was like, what is he trying to say, child? See, let's see.
You always with me, and you always with me, and we did everything together. Since we was kids, you been by my side, looking up at me with them eyes, same eyes you got as my sister. Waiting on me to make the next move, then you followed up right behind me. You always made sure I did it first, so you can do it right with me. You never competed with me. We was always on the same team because you hated playing against me because I always played too hard or too rough. And I can hear mama saying, not too rough, son, because I ain't like to lose. Remember our first dream was to be tag team partners in the WWE. We fell in love with WWE wrestling. We had every.
So that was Quavo, and basically he's saying that he's hurt too, that they grew up together. So him saying that they grew up together and he never competed, and he always wanted Quavo to be first so he can do it right there with him, and never competed. I don't know if he's taking shots, like what's going on, Quavo, but in any event, saying that never competed, that's a good compliment when you're working with somebody, you're in the same business, your family. And some people want to compete with their family members. Some family members do compete with each other. Some family members do that kind of stuff and get jealous, but he's saying that wasn't him. That wasn't Takeoff at all. So it's just really unfortunate that who we think we'd be talking about Takeoff going. And then we have Takeoff's sister. She posted to Twitter, and basically she's saying that their father, like the rumor is, which is on social media, is that when it comes to Takeoff's father, he wasn't around. He disappeared, and he left when he was in kindergarten, and he never came back. And she's saying, no, that's not the case. She's saying no. She's saying no, that's not the case. That Takeoff is just like his father. His father was around. He doesn't get that much credit and things of that nature. Well, so she wanted to make it clear. I don't think that needed to be, aired out, because basically you're focusing on who took Takeoff out and who was involved and who are the snakes that are sitting up here in this funeral. Okay, who are the snakes? Because everybody that's seen the footage, whether the footage is made up or not, they know who took out Takeoff. They know. You can't tell me Chucky Doll don't know, Cam don't know, Jay Prince Jr., Jay Prince Sr., or Jazz Prince, or Mike Prince, or Mob Types, or Rap-A-Lot Music, and also they're saying Bushwick Bill's son, he had the Chucky doll and things of that nature. So, they know. It's just, is anybody going to do the right thing, basically, because they're saying that it was friendly fire. It may have came from Migos bands, Quavo's brother and his manager, because, he had the weapon on him and we only see him with a gun, and maybe he hit Takeoff by accident. So all these rumors and things of that nature, I think that's one of the reasons why the family, really made the funeral private, because, there's too many people that love this man that want to know what's happening, want to know what's going on. And Chloe Bailey, she was there as well. She sung there, and Chloe was there. She did her thing. She handled her business, and she sang. Justin Bieber, he sang too as well. And Chloe came through. She came through on a microphone, baby. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. If you want to call in and tell me what you think about the whole situation with Takeoff, the funeral, and things of that nature. The phone line is open, and also the StreamYard key or link is in the chat, right? This minted, and then you can actually, just jump on the StreamYard if you have anything that you would like to say about Takeoff and his services. It's just really unfortunate that he's gone.
You always with me, and we did everything together. Since we was kids, you been by my side, looking up at me with them eyes, same eyes you got as my sister. Waiting on me to make the next move, then you followed up right behind me. You always made sure I did it first, so you can do it right with me. You never competed with me. We was always on the same team because you hated playing against me because I always played too hard or too rough. And I can hear mama saying, not too rough, son, because I ain't like to lose. Remember our first dream was to be tag team partners in the WWE. We fell in love with WWE wrestling. We had every...
Wow, that's just really, really sad. So you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. Hopefully we will have some clarity. Hopefully the true story will come out. Hopefully we will know something, or at least when it comes to Takeoff mother, his mother actually get the rightful answer. She actually know what's going on, because the worst thing in the world is to be a mother and then lose your child. That's number one. Have your child taken away from you. That's number one. Having your child taken away from you when he should be here, and he shouldn't have been taken away from you, and he shouldn't have been, departing from this earth at all. But then on top of that, just to not know who actually did it, and there were so many people around, there were so many witnesses around, and things of that nature, and nobody knows. But hopefully they do know, and hopefully they'll get down to the bottom of it, so nobody else lose their life or anything of that nature, or there won't be any more bloodshed, because when you lose someone, people like to ride for their people. You know what I mean? But I don't know what's actually going on in this situation. I don't know if Quavo's scared, if Offset's scared, Cardi B scared, because, it's just like, how can you just take him out like that when he's supposed to be with these people, Mob Ties, Rap a Lot, J Prince, Jazz Prince, and J Prince Sr., Jr., Jazz Prince, Mike Prince, they supposed to be, you're supposed to check in. I don't know if that's extortion, but in any event, just having your son down there with them people, and right now we're not getting any answers, and we don't know what's going on. Hopefully the police, and they're doing what they're supposed to do, so bring this person to justice, so nobody else has to die behind this situation, because you never know what could possibly happen. And a mother wants justice. I don't think she wants anybody killed, but sometimes if you watch The Shy, sometimes the mother do want revenge, and she want revenge heavy, okay? But in any event, you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. But moving on from this, let's get down to this drama. Let me see if I can remove this from studio and then add this. So, there has been a whole lot going on out here in these streets, especially when it comes to, let me see, downloads. When it comes down to some drama, there been some drama that has been, stirred up out here in these streets, when it comes to Lyrica, when it comes to Safaree, when it comes to, C's from Black Ink, and also Hazel E, and her whole situation is just really crazy. Okay, there's a whole lot going on, and then also finding out some things with them, because recently when it comes to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, they said, where are they now? And so where are they now is, a whole crazy situation, which, it went off on, Monday. Like, it was crazy. And Lyrica had some things to say. Lyrica was really pissed off when she basically did a interview, where they at now. And she said there's two things that she would have changed about the whole situation that actually went down between, her, Safaree, A1, and also K Michelle and Ray J, that basically she's kind of pissed off about the whole situation, and she's feeling a whole certain type of way about this when it comes to Safaree. Basically, she said if she could do it all over again, she would make sure that when it comes to Safaree, he would take a lie detector test to prove that she did not sleep with him. And basically, she's still hurt behind that situation because she said, number one, I would make sure that Safaree gets a lie detector test, because what he did was dirty. Okay, she felt a certain type of way. And also, she was pissed off about all that went on. And basically, she was upset about it. And then you had Ray J and A1 basically talking about that she might be cheating and things of that nature with Safaree. And they doing like a whole investigation. They acting this out. They're playing this out like Lyrica was out here cheating on A1 and all this stuff. Child, she was pissed off about that. Okay. But she said one thing is for sure, especially when it came to A1 and he was crawling across the table trying to get at Safaree. They was at the restaurant. I was like, oh my God, they are so ignorant. Like so ignorant acting up in that restaurant, baby. It was a whole mess. It was a whole crazy mess. And then, she said if she could do it over again, she will fight K Michelle. So Lyrica said that she want to put them paws on K Michelle if she can do it over. Remember when K Michelle was moving all that plastic silicone and all that stuff out of her junk out of her booty, okay? And she had an oxygen machine. She had an IV going on. She had all types of stuff. She was sick and she was pissed off that Lyrica took too long, okay? That Lyrica took way too long. And so she threw something at Lyrica and she was calling Lyrica names. She said, Lyrica, that's why you trying to F Safaree, because she heard some of the rumors and she went with it too as well. But they were all told to perpetrate this rumor, in my opinion. So, but one thing Lyrica did say, if she could do it all over again, lie detector test with Safaree and an ass whooping for K Michelle. She said if she could do it all over again, the first time that K Michelle tried to test her and play with her, she would have gave her that smoke, point blank period. She would have went all the way. I said, okay, Lyrica is talking reckless. She was talking reckless on VH1. She was like, yo, if I could do it all over again and put them paws on K Michelle, I would have put them paws on her the first time she tried me. She was talking mad. She was talking mad-ish. Lyrica was mad. She was pissed off. So we have that whole situation. I was just like, And also Lyrica says you don't know how emotional it was for her. And it was like emotional trauma going through this divorce. And basically she's saying that she's going through a divorce right now, child. She's going through a divorce right now. She said she's so sad about it. It's the hardest thing she ever had to do. I was like, girl, you've been acting like you wanted the divorce from A1 for so many years. So I guess that was all fake too as well. But she's saying that she's really hurt by it. And we know A1 was out here cheating, and she said that she never cheated on A1 while they were living together, while they were playing house, while they were married, while they had their child. She did not cheat on him. And basically, having a woman out here and basically saying that she cheated on her husband really kind of traumatized her, and people don't forgive you, and people think the worst of you because you're a woman. You're not supposed to be cheating on your husband. That's your husband. And, she said basically, she was sully out here in these streets, and people just marked her and put a tag on her that she ain't no good. That's what she said, y'all. Okay. So that's what your girl Lyrica said. She want to put them paws on you, K Michelle. K Michelle, she said the first time you tried her, because K Michelle tried her a bunch of times, child. So in any event, when it comes down to the situation, Safaree, he jumped on the social media and he apologized to Lyrica, but Lyrica, she remained silent. And basically the Shade Room tried to reach out to Lyrica, and Lyrica wasn't really trying to have no conversation. She said, there's no tea for you can get from me. And to see if she accepts, Safaree's apology. She said, basically, I don't even have to worry about anything because it didn't happen. It wasn't true. And so she's feeling salty about that. She's still feeling a certain type of way. Okay. And so Safaree realized, after he watched the episode like I did, he was like, so he apologized to her. He said, it wasn't supposed to go as far as it did. So just want to say sorry to you, Lyrica Anderson, because I didn't know it bothered you. I am not going to lie though, that was the most fun I ever had filming though. Me and A1 used to be crying, loving y'all. So, so basically Safaree saying like, yo, I didn't know it really hurt you that much. I'm sorry. Blase ain't a third. And it seems like he's apologizing for it. And then he's also talking about him and A1, celebrated and everything. They was laughing. Oh, that's so low down and dirty if it's true, child, but it is true. And also Lyrica did say, what did Lyrica say? Lyrica said, let me see, turn this down. Where is this one at? Okay, so Lyrica said about Safaree, basically, she said that it was never supposed to go as far as it did. And she's not that it never supposed to go as far as it did. She basically said that you kept it going on too long. And so that's what Lyrica said on Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, Where They At Now on VH1, Monday night. She basically said that, Safaree, you let it go on for so long. So she basically said Safaree carried on with this lie for so long, and that really pissed her off too as well, because she's saying that she was not in the in crowd, that she didn't know what was going on in the situation. Okay, I was like, Lord have mercy. So that's what she said on Monday night, and that's why Safaree, is basically saying he's sorry and things of that nature. Sorry, but not really too sorry in the whole situation. But K Michelle, she want them paws put on you, child. And so you have, Safaree, he apologized and things of that. He said he loved y'all and things of that nature to Lyrica. And Lyrica, she's basically saying like, she's feeling a certain type of way. She's not happy about the whole situation. She said it never happened. Then Safaree, he jumped down and said, you'll never find a clip. You'll never find a caption of me actually saying that I was intimate, with Lyrica. Y'all stating that it would, I would never lie about being with a woman. That's high school, the way they edited the show. And at Ray J for acting, Ray J did a great job. So if you want to blame anybody, blame, Ray J, because he acted it out. And then you have A1. He's basically saying, see, Love and Hip Hop, this is why I cut ties. Okay. So you got that whole situation going on. So, Safaree is saying that Lyrica is still mad because she's saying that it never happened. And Safaree's like, what are you talking about? Like, I wasn't trying to do nothing to you. And so Safaree said, I just saw that Love and Hip Hop, special with Hollywood. And I just wanted to make it clear that me and Lyrica never ever came close to messing around. Low key, me and A1 made the whole thing up. We on TV, we had a job to do and we did it. That's my brother and sister right there. It's TV though. Duh. So basically, Safaree's coming out here saying that, he made the whole shit up, that him and A1 low-key made it all up. So you're going to tell me that you guys made all this up and you guys didn't even tell Lyrica what was going on? Like, this is crazy. So in any event, what y'all think about that whole situation? I mean, they're so fake. They're so fake. And then we have A1. He says everyone was in on it. Y'all welcome for an exciting season. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was getting boring with all the female drama, so we shook it up. I am ready for movies, films. Now somebody let 50 Cent know I'm ready, baby. Okay, so now we have A1. A1 jumps into the picture. A1, he will call Lyrica out in a minute. He don't play around with, calling out Lyrica. And, his soon-to-be ex-wife. So, he don't play around with that. So basically he's jumping in and he's saying that, it was all fake. Okay. It was fake. It was fake, child. So, and then on top of that whole situation, Lyrica, where's Lyrica? I don't know if you guys can see it. So Lyrica says in the comment section, let's see if I can bring it up, because it looked like it might not be clear on the screen, child. Let me see. Go into here. So in any event, Lyrica is saying that, she had no parts in it. She didn't even know what was going on until afterwards. And A1 said, Lyrica, you sitting up here lying through your teeth. You knew what was happening. You knew what was going on. I was like, Lord have mercy. That's a whole situation. So who do you believe? Lyrica said that she didn't know. And Lyrica got into arguments and things of that nature when it came to K Michelle and Brooke. But Lyrica, she's cool with Brooke now. And she's not cool with K Michelle because she want to put them paws on her. So where is it? Where is this post? It's supposed to be right over here, but let me see. I know it's somewhere in here, but which one is it? Which one is it, child? Let me go down. Okay, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to try to make it bigger so you could see it better. Because when I'm looking at the screen, I can't really see it. So this is on the shade room. And Lyrica, so when it comes to A1 basically said that we was all in on it, point blank period. Okay. And he lit up the season. And then Lyrica, she jumps into the comment sections. And when she jumped into the comments, she says, who all was in what, basically with the question marks. I don't have shit to do with something that did not happen. Saving face is a hell of a drug. So basically Lyrica is saying that she didn't have anything to do with Safaree and, A1 actually being, making up that she actually cheated or was trying to sleep with Safaree. They said that she cheated with Safaree. Oh, all right. And so Lyrica said, so, you got Safaree and you got A1 both saying that they was in on it and everybody was in on it. Lyrica said that she wasn't in on it. And then this is A1 right here. A1 says, Cap, like I said, everyone was in. Honestly, we played the network. They only paid us for the scenes we're in. So we said, F it, let's take this and run with it. Ran the bag up. How can you blame us? Lie. We win. So they're saying win-win situation. It's a win-win situation. That's the truth. Right there. I love all the cast and network. Grateful for the moment we shared, but I will never do love and hip hop again. I make real money making music. And he's basically saying go buy French Montana's new single. It drops tonight. Grateful to be a part, of it with French Montana. But in any event, so when it comes to A1, he's basically out here saying that they were all in on it and they only got paid for the scenes that they were in. So basically they made up the story that Lyrica was cheating on him with Safaree or something was going on, or they was doing an investigation, and basically that's how they got so much camera time. You have Brooke in there, you had Ray J in there. Ray J was running up the money. You had, Safaree running up the money, A1 running up the money, and also none other than Lyrica. She was running up the money too, because her scene, she was beefing with people about that. So he said that they played the network and basically ran with that story, child. And Lyrica said, nope, that did not happen. So who do you believe? Lyrica said that did not happen. So who do you all believe? What a mess. So you got this whole situation going on. A1 didn't do the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood where they at now. He didn't do it. Nor did Safaree so far. So in any event, A1 is calling out Lyrica, saying that she's a liar. She was a part of it and she knew. And Lyrica said, no, I did not know. And then we got Hitmaker. Let me make this big. We got Hitmaker. He's in the comment section too, the same comment section. And so Hitmaker he was on the show. He was supposed to be Hazel E's interest, but now he said I was dating Bow Wow's baby mother, but Joy, and they fired her. Then pulled me up to Hazel's house, like, shoot this scene. We was all so broke that we just went along with it. Hate that for us. So in any event, excuse me. So basically, Hitmaker, he's been involved in a whole lot of things. He's saying I was dating Joy, and they fired her, and then all of a sudden I'm pulling up to Hazel E house. So he's basically saying everything with him and Hazel E was fake, blase in the third, and he was saying that we was all so broke. We went along with whatever they had us to do. So Hitmaker saying this. You got Safaree saying we made this shit up. And then you got A1 saying everybody was in on it. So what do you guys believe? So you guys let me know. Right, Butler, right. That's a good point to make. That why would Safaree apologize if Lyrica was in on it? Because Lyrica might not have been in on it until afterwards. He had to know that she wasn't in on it for him to apologize to her after watching the episode. Then A1 jumps in and he was like, she was in on it. It was like, damn, child, what a mess. So Hitmaker saying that, listen, we were so broke back then, loving hip hop Hollywood, we was gonna do anything. Okay, you got A1 and Safaree scheming a fake storyline so they can get paid, just like people said when it comes to Kurt and Rashida, he really never did have a baby by Jasmine. Okay, that's what they still saying that. So that's a whole situation. But in any event, K Michelle, Lyrica wanted to swing on you back then, and that was her biggest mistake, not swinging on you when you came at her. Okay, Lyrica, what you doing? And so we have, what's his name, Rockstar said if he can go back to everything, he would have never, he would have never went after A1. He would have never, caused drama. He would have never, did the things that he did to A1 and Lyrica relationship and saying that he messed with Lyrica and stuff like that. He said he would just never did everything that he did because now him and A1, they made music together and things of that nature. So in any event, you got that whole situation. Then we got, Apple Watts. I wish that, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, the producers, Original Entertainment, they would have actually brought, Apple Watts on, because she's been into a horrible car accident. She's basically going to rehabilitation. She can't walk the same. She don't talk the same. She's basically getting better. She's going to get better. And she survived with her car hitting a match truck or a big utility video or a four-wheeler pickup truck, things of that nature, where she had a bump, cracked her skull, cracked her back, cracked her spine, all types of stuff. And then allegedly her sister stole the money that was given to her for donations at GoFundMe. And so she had to start a whole new GoFundMe over. And she does have somebody that's supporting her. I don't know if he's still helping her, but she still needs a lot of support. She can't make money stripping. She can't make money dancing. She can't make money off of her body right now because her body's not together. It's not like it was before. So hopefully when it comes to Apple Watts, her body gets there. She gets back to normal, and pray that she do better. Pray that she stay off drugs. Pray that everything works out. And then, Apple Watch showed us how dirty and nasty the house was that she was sleeping in. Where her sister prepared for her when she couldn't move around, when she couldn't get around. This girl, she ain't perfect. She ain't perfect. She did a lot of things and she embarrassed herself plenty of times. She has a lot of addictions, but to have to be paralyzed kinda and can't move and need somebody to change your diaper and shit like that. And she said that they treated her like shit. I don't know if that's true, but her sister was on Instagram, getting people to donate, always following up, keeping us informed what was going on with Apple Watts and things of that nature. It really sucks that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood didn't bring her back on the show, because that would have been a moment, and that would have opened up to a lot more viewers about where she's at today, because she was a firecracker. You know, when she came on the show, she was just looking for friends. She was trying to find love. As far as love among, you know, the cast member, being like, if whoever she was riding with, she was gonna ride with them forever. She was gonna fight. She was gonna do all this and all this other stuff. But nobody really had her back like that, and nobody really said nothing. They said a little something, something. Lyrica said a little something, something. But they had to be forced to come out and say something about Apple Watts. You know what I mean? So you spend your time on this platform and things of that nature. And they could at least, they know that she needed that look. They know she needed that look. And, you know, so it's a sad situation. But when it comes to, and I just pray that Apple Watts get better and she gets the counseling, the help, the therapy that she needs, and her body heals, her mind heals, where she think differently, where she see things differently, and she has different goals. And also she can let go of the pain and the anguish of what happened to her and what things that are still happening to her, and people still lying and stealing from this poor child. In any event, we're not going to say that she's perfect. You know, she has some issues with raising her kids and things of that nature. But if you go back to how she was raised, Lord, you will be surprised that she even got this far. You know what I mean? And then she got into this accident, child. God bless her soul. And we got Brooke and Lyrica are cool now, allegedly. Okay. And let's move on from that situation. Let's talk about Miss Nikki Baby. Miss Nikki Baby don't look the same, baby. Okay. Miss Nikki Baby is totally different. Totally different. So Nikki Baby, she was on there with Masika, and she was basically talking about her time. Nikki Baby was basically talking about Marley Marl, the dude that went to jail for trafficking and all that other nasty stuff. She basically was bigging him up on her Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, where they at now, little promo. So that was kind of stupid. But in any event, you know, she basically said she regrets this moment where Hazel E said, I just, you know, you're not with Marley Marl. I just brought a condo with Marley Marl. I just helped him purchase a condo. You're not with him. You're not dating him. And then Nikki Baby said, well, we don't use condoms. So Nikki Baby said that if she can go back to anything, she'll go back to this moment, and basically, you know, wouldn't say that, because she said, yeah, it was disgusting for her to say that she doesn't use condoms. Hazel E was like, oh, that's nasty. And we already know that Marley Marl sleeps with all types of women and allegedly, you know, chain women up and have women sitting up in the house and trafficking and blah, blah, blah. And you ain't going to be using protection with him. But in any event, Nikki Baby says that she is into real estate. And hold on. Here we go. And then, so this is how Nikki looks now. You know, her stuff don't look, you know, that well. We know that she got mad work done. Like that's a given. But in any event, it doesn't look horrendous. I don't know who she kind of does. Her lips look like sausages. Her face is just blending in. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this wig. I don't know what's up. But, you know, this is something that guys are attracted to. But in any event, when it comes to Nikki Baby, she had some things to say. And the things that she did have to say, she said about, you know, what's his name, Marley Marl, that she would, you know, she talked about how good he was and how, he taught her how to be a boss. Like he was going to the gym, like he was having people buy his gas. He had people doing this, people doing that. Like he was always on his boss. And so basically she was saying that he taught her how a man's supposed to handle his business and how much money he's supposed to have, blah, blah, blah. All that dumb shit, right? So she said that about him. I was like, girl, I wouldn't even spoke upon him. The way that he was up on marriage boot camp, child. But in any event, she also says that she would not go back to Little Fizz, guys. She said that she is not going back to Little Fizz. But then they asked her, so Little Fizz don't got a chance with you? And then she said, well, what am I going to do with him? Like, what? How is that supposed to happen? And that's what she said about Little Fizz. And then Little Fizz, they got him. And he said in his confessional towards her that I don't go back. Once I mess with you and the shit don't work, I don't go back. There's no take backs. Okay. So basically he said he ain't going back to Nikki Baby. And then he also says that Nikki Baby will give him a shot. He goes, I bet you one thing that she don't got a shot with me, but I bet you I got a shot with her. I bet you I can get her right now. I bet she want this. I bet you I got an opportunity to get with her. So basically he's saying, saying, regardless of what it is and what she's saying, that he can get her, and he's very confident, child, that he can pull her. Like, Lord, something a little bit makes you believe it, because you know her self-esteem got to be kind of bad. You know, this bitch, she don't look the same like she used to look, not even close. She's a whole different person. But in any event, that's what he says. But let's get to the kicker of this shit when it comes to Nikki Baby. Nikki Baby basically said that, you know, they asked her, who would you get back with from the show that you dated? And she said that she would get back with Safaree. And she said that she would take Safaree, you know, if Safaree never got with Erica Mena and never had kids with Erica Mena, that she would definitely get with, you know, Safaree. And then she also says that when it comes to Safaree, Safaree's the one that, you know, got away really. And also, you know, she basically said that she had Safaree first, and then Erica went behind her back and took him, even though she's friends with Erica. But she basically said, it sounds weird, but I would take Safaree back. I was like, child, you see how he did Erica and you would take him back? She's like, hell yeah. Like, come on. So this is what this is what she said maybe in the past, but she's, you know, if Safaree never married Erica Mena, that, you know, she would basically get back with his ass. I was like, girl, for real? She's for real. So she said she'll take Safaree back, y'all. She said she'll take Safaree back, you know, if he didn't get married and he didn't have kids. So basically she said, if that man didn't have no kids, I would get back with Safaree. So I don't know what she sees in Safaree, but Safaree was the only one that she said that she'll really get back with. And basically she threw it out there that Erica Mena, you know, basically stole her man first. I mean, she had him first, and then Erica Mena went behind her back. Not behind her back, but she went behind and got some of her leftovers, baby. And she was snacking with her leftovers, and she had 2 babies with her leftovers. Okay. I was surprised that she even said Safaree with all the shit that he's been doing. I guess back then she basically would have, you know, took Safaree back. She said of anybody that she would have took back that she was on TV with, it would have been Safaree. And she calls out Erica Mena. So basically she said she's cool with Erica Mena, but I think she wanted to throw that shit in there to let people know, don't forget I was with Safaree before Erica Mena, and before Nikki Baby, it was who? It was Sophia the Body, maybe, or was it what's her name? I know he was with Nikki. After Nikki, was it Sophia the Body? It was a bunch of people that he got with. So in any event, I was like, damn, go ahead, Nikki Baby. Nikki Baby's crazy. So this is why I say I feel like she got low self-esteem. Little Fizz got around. Little Fizz did get around Sonia Butler. Yes, sir. And so I was like, so Nikki Baby basically said, you know, she kind of threw a dagger at Erica Mena. And then also she says that she talked to Safaree almost each and every day. So she's still cool. So she's still, oh my bad, it just happens sometimes. So she's still cool. She's still very cool with Safaree. She still wants, you know, they still talk, they're friends and things of that nature. And that's it. But basically, okay, girl. So if he didn't have, so are you trying to scoot back? Are you trying to go backwards, girl? Don't go backwards. Don't go back to Safaree. So at least they're still friends. She said she's friends with Erica too as well, but she threw that shade in. She threw that shade definitely in. Okay. And let's get to Teairra Marie. So when it comes to Teairra Marie, you know, they had her, you know, that's somebody else. So where's Teairra? So Teairra, Teairra was, you know, pretty funny. You know, she didn't really mention, you know, any of the things, you know, that have plagued her. But Teairra Marie, she did look beautiful. Tell me she don't look good in this pink. Let me see if I can make it move up. She looks good in this pink. Her makeup look good. She don't look like an alcoholic. Okay. She looks like she's doing a lot better. She looks a lot healthier. She sounds a lot healthier. She sounds a little loose, but, you know, she sounded like she was happy and she knew what she wanted and things of that nature. The dress, it looks pretty on her. You know, I don't know. So, but I just think that the blue background with the white and then the pink purplish type of dress. Even though I don't really like the design of the dress, she does look cute, you know what I mean, in my opinion, especially since we haven't seen her in a minute. So in any event, Tierra basically says, that she's in love right now. She got a new boo thing. He's from Chicago. He be taking her out, and he's helping her, he's supporting her, he's with her, and she really got a new boo and she's ready to settle down. And she's really secure right now in her life, and she's right where she wants to be. And I was like, I'm so happy for you. That's so good for Tierra. That's really good. But then, she brings up Akbar. And Akbar, he had the two women, the wife, the physical trainer. Then we had the sex tape that got released. She blamed him. 50 Cent put it on his Instagram. And, the girlfriends of Akbar, they said that they actually put the tape out, blah, in the third, all that whole shit. But when it comes down to it, Tierra, she made these allegations. She was going to sue them, and she ended up, not winning anything. And when it comes to 50, he sued her, and she owed him money, and she stopped working for a while because he was trying to garnish her pay from Love and Hip Hop. He was chasing her down. There was time where Tierra was spotted in New York driving on the rims of her car because she was so intoxicated. We know she has an issue with substance abuse and things of that nature. Hopefully, she tamed them demons down. But she says one thing, that she says she doesn't have hate in her heart, and she doesn't hate anybody, but the one person that she does hate is Akbar. She says she hates this man with all her heart, and that's some real shit for her to say that after all the years. She said, I hate this man, and the reason why I hate this man with all my heart, because he really had the wolves pulled over my eyes. She had just got out of rehab. Akbar came in, I can get you a record deal. He had all these people. He had a gym, he had a pool, he had a car. She was driving his car. She didn't have a place to stay because she was in rehab. So she lost her apartment. She had to pack it up, and he was there for her and all this other stuff. And Blase in the third, she basically saying that he really pulled the wool over her eyes and played her at a very vulnerable moment. So this is why she hates him, and she's not going to forgive him. And she don't carry hate in her heart, but she carry hate in her heart for this man, child. I was like, Lord, have mercy. What's going on? I was like, damn, Tierra. So Tierra said that's how she feels. Okay, that's how she feels. She does look good. You can't tell me her face is not on fleek. Her hair is not on fleek. Her makeup, her lipstick, her eyebrows, her cheekbones, her cheeks. She looked good. She looked juicy, baby. She looked good. Okay. She was a little loose like a boost in the coots. But, she's here. So it was good to see her and to hear that she's in a stable relationship. But, Lyrica is really not happy with her situation of this divorce. And let's move on to your boy Caesar. Caesar from Black Ink. He got a whole new career going on. He got all types of stuff going on. So it seems like Caesar from Black Ink crew, y'all, he done got him some workout. I don't know if he's taking steroids. I don't know if he's doing this naturally. I don't know if he's using testosterone, to help him, build his body. But right now he's a bodybuilder. We know from Love and Hip Hop, Black Ink Chicago, Don, he was in bodybuilding for a while. So in any event, this is the new C's, child. What y'all think about the new C's? What y'all think about C's body? Look at C's. He looked like, people used to say that he looked like Tupac a little bit. And now that he's actually getting in shape, he looks like a heavier, he kind of, look like him a little bit. Like, man, you look a little bit like, like the legend, and you just went out really bad. But in any event, when it comes to C's, he has been out here. He's been on platform to platform, and, he's been expressing his, disdain for True Original, production company and VH1, basically saying that they left him hanging. They threw him out. They let him go, and it's just like they used him up. They didn't care about when there was rumors about him and him touching his daughter. Putting his hands on his daughter and things of that nature. And, he basically says everything is a setup. They did him in, they did him dirty. They used him, they ate him up, and then they spitted him out. You know what I mean? So he has all these things to say, and he has the disdain for VH1, the true original, and he just really felt like he was played and they did him dirty. So he's been out here preaching, and he's basically on the preaching tour that he used to make fun of other people about. Remember when everybody that was on Black Ink Crew ended up getting kicked off the show? They couldn't come back to the show, or something happened, or he was like, "You're fired," or they just, he didn't want to be bothered with them no more. And they would used to go to platform to platform and complain about VH1, complain about the production company and everything else. So it seems like C's is at this point where he's doing what he used to laugh at other castmates, from basically, when it came to Duchess, when it came to, Miss Kitty, when it came to Donna, when it came to, oh shit, when it came to, all the people that he, and if even when it came to Sky, he didn't really defend Sky that much either. You know what I mean? He just kept going. It was like he felt like he was untouchable. He felt like since the show was created around him, he started the show, it was about him. And then he had all these other, jump offs, or what do you call it? Other shows and things of that nature was, spinoffs, and he felt like he couldn't be touched. So he's been on Math Hoffa, he's been on the Shade Room hasn't interviewed him. They did interview him, but that incident with the dog, basically he said that they just closed the door, like he couldn't even talk to them, he couldn't even get in contact with them. They just said it's over, it's done, it's finito, just like they used to do everybody else. So I guess he's going into a new career. He does still have his shops open. That girl, everybody was trying to tell him. They was trying to tell him something right now, right? They were trying to tell C's, he should have never hit that dog, baby. Okay, C said, I could have lied. I could have lied and said it wasn't me because it wasn't the footage, baby. We seen your forehead and we seen your robe, your whole walk. That was you in that video. So in any event, basically he's calling out VH1 because they did him like they did everybody else. And he thought that he was exempt from the situation, and he wasn't exempt for the situation. They was only going to hold him up so long, but once you cross that line, he wasn't worth saving. You know what I mean? It's just like, what, we're tired of the show, we're tired of paying you, whatever. And that's what happened. So, and a lot of people talk about VH1, how, they let them go and things of that nature and get rid of them. Donna, she's complained over and over, she got kicked off the show. A lot of people have got on platforms and spoke about VH1 and True Original Entertainment. So in any event, Caesar's out here, he's doing bodybuilding, and he won some awards. I think he got like 2 trophies or 2, whatever the case is. So he's trying to, hopefully working out gives him something positive. Hopefully he's working on anger management. Hopefully instead of, dogging VH1, he's trying to talk to his daughter. Okay. He's trying to get a relationship with Cheyenne, because Cheyenne's already in college. You know what I mean? And also trying to mend the relationship with his daughter's mother and things of that nature, because, she's a grown woman. So now it's like, whatever, but you don't got the show, you don't got this, you don't got none of that, and all the, effort and your blood and sweat and tears that you put into that show, they took it away from you within a drop of a dime, and they gone, and you can't never come back on their platform. But that's your blood, that's your daughter, so you need to reach out to her, and you need to try to work that out. While you're working out on your body, try to work to be a father in your daughter's life and try to get that relationship built back up. Okay, that's what counts. You fell in love, baby. I don't know what Suzette did. You fell in love with Suzette, you living with Suzette, out there hitting dogs, and they got a Ring camera, they got cameras around the house, and she said she had a copy, she said somebody else had a copy, but the word out on the street is Donna released the footage, and Donna been trying to get back at C's for a long time. Okay, well, where did Donna get the footage from? Donna ain't no tech person. She can't hack into C's camera. Somebody had to send her the link. Allegedly, I don't know. Allegedly. So in any event, C's has basically, we actually got to see C's, get kicked off his own goddamn show. He got kicked off his own show. He got kicked off his own show, child. You know, where they do that at. He got kicked off his own show. And I seen the interviews. I seen all this. And he was on Math Hoffa. He was on the Shade Room. And then he did an interview on his own Instagram channel. I was like, look at C's. C's used to dog former employees that used to do interviews. Oh, why you crying? Won't you take it? Like, nah, you ain't working here. No, it's done. We don't got no relationship. I ain't got to be loyal to you. Look what you did to me. I don't need you. You know, we a new day. It's a new move. It's a new sunlight. It's a new everything. Yo, go on with yourself. I don't need you. But he did pull Puma back. He pulled Puma back, and at least at the end of it, Puma was really struggling, living in the basement, you know, with his kids and his wife. And, you know, living in the basement is not a fun thing to live with, a house full of kids. And when you stand up in a house, Puma was really tall in that house, you know, but he never forgave oh shit. So in any event, there's a lot of people that got kicked off, and he talked about them like they wasn't shit. And now I know he never thought that he was going to actually be one of them people that he used to laugh at. So in any event, that's C's whole situation, child. C's is out here in these streets, child. Lord. But you know, shit happens. You just don't beat dogs. You know what I'm saying? You don't beat dogs. You don't hit dogs. No matter how much you get frustrated, you know, that's just like a human being sometimes. And people love dogs more than they love humans. It was okay for him to be accused of beating his daughter, but at the same time, they didn't have any footage. They had actual footage where you couldn't be defended. But if they really wanted to keep C's, if they really thought that C's were valuable, they would try to way to work it out, word it, you know, and do the sob story music and have him at dog shelters and explain this and explain that. You know, they was done with C's. They was done with C's. He gave them that out, and you know, it is what it is. So y'all let me know what y'all think about the stories. The phone line is the number on the to the phone is on the screen. Okay, so tell me what you think about the Takeoff situation, the whole Love and Hip Pop Hollywood, where they at now. We got C's, and then let's get to Tia. Let's talk about Tia's situation. Tia got a whole lot going on, child. She recently did a interview, and the interview that, you know, Tia recently did, you guys know that she's getting divorced. She recently did a interview with US Magazine, excuse me. And, you know, she goes in and she talks about her relationship and her relationship when it comes to, you know, Cory, you know, them getting a divorce and things of that nature, and her being a single mom. And, you know, it's just really, you know, she's talking about how hard it is and how difficult it is. And she says she's choosing herself. Tia, you know, she got real about how very difficult decision, you know, to divorce Cory was, you know, after 14 years of marriage. I was like, 14 years of marriage, child, and how she is coping with the whole situation. So now she's letting people know how she can cope. She said, it was not easy. I usually tell people in my circle, you know, what's going on and what's happening. And that's about it. And this is not for the weak. So basically saying you got to be strong, baby, to go through this. And she said it's very hard. And, you know, Tia 44, she exclusively told US Weekly on Thursday that, you know, she was promoting something. And then also she said, you got to continue. She goes, I feel like when you continue to work on you and work on yourself and work on loving yourself and valuing yourself and having self-worth, the decision becomes easier. So basically it seemed like she's saying she had to find the me. She had to find her. She had to find herself to basically have some self-worth, and she wanted to kick this man to the curb. And basically that helped her. She had to love herself. So I guess in the midst of all the bullshit that was going on in that marriage for 14 years, she finally found herself in 2022. Okay, girl, you know what? It's better late than never, because some people never wake up. But girl, you was putting up with this bullshit for 14 years, and you're going to tell me that you are okay right now? Okay, girl. Like, you know, I know she's smart. I know she go to counseling. I know she have therapy and all this other stuff, good things and blah, blah, blah. But shit, these are good words that she's speaking, but these words ain't true. These words ain't real. She goes, once you are in tune with yourself, it makes it easier to make the decision, but it doesn't mean that it's not hard. It's very difficult because you have to think about so many things, child. I was like, girl, you got to think about so many things. She was like, you got to think about so many things and things of that nature. But if that's the case, what is there so many things that you got to think of? You have to be thinking of so many things from the beginning because, somebody posted, this young man, he posted to TikTok, and he said, and he's talking about people not having money, living with you and not want to pay rent, not want to, like, how was you living before? How was you not contributing before? How, if I wasn't here, how was you going to be living? And Tia, she basically posted under his post and was like, contributing around the house is anyway toxic, right? Like, what is she saying? So basically it seems like she's saying that when it comes to Cory, that he was not contributing around the house and it made the situation very toxic. And she's basically saying some toxic people will refuse to contribute around the house in any way. Toxic partner. So basically she's calling out her soon to be ex-husband, saying that he wasn't contributing around the house. You're gonna tell me for 14 years he wasn't helping, he wasn't cooking, he wasn't cleaning, he wasn't doing homework, he wasn't working? What was he doing? Just laying around and giving you dick? Like, what's going on? She said, even contributing around the home in any way, toxic partner. So she said, basically, I just needed you to contribute. Maybe she needed you to cut the onions, maybe she needed you to go to the grocery store, maybe she needed you to do this. So what was he doing? Just sleeping? He was in bed? Was he just doing his own thing? Was he out there raking leaves? Was he, what was he doing for 14 years where he wasn't contributing? He wasn't helping? He was toxic. Like, girl, you put up with this man for 14 years and you gonna tell me that you feeling good? Child, Lord have mercy. You know what? You go ahead, Tia, because I know you got to be happy if you saying that you raised this man for 14 years and he wasn't worth the damn. He wasn't contributing anywhere around the house. That means he wasn't cleaning, he wasn't washing baseboards, he wasn't cleaning out the refrigerator, he wasn't stacking up the dishes in the dishwasher. You're gonna tell me he didn't go pick out paper towel, he didn't go to the grocery store, that he buy you some tampons and some maxi pads? So you gonna tell me you was super mom this whole time and he was just living up in that house and giving you the D when you need it? Oh child, no, not today, not ever. So I was just like, okay, so basically, it seemed like she said he talks and he don't do shit. Okay. Like, girl, why you dogging him out now? You was with him. You met him at the bus stop while he was talking on a lollipop looking for a ride. You put him up in your car, baby. You saw the flossing on the young thing. He had that energy, girl. He had some dreams that he was selling you. I guess it was his potential. But she's basically saying that potential never fruition. That potential never came through, girl. You've been in interviews talking about how great he is and how wonderful he is, how he supports you, how he uplifts you. He's your biggest fan. And now you telling us he's a lazy mother sucker. He be laying on the couch watching football and playing, the NBA games. Like, he don't be doing nothing. Like, I don't even know, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that whole situation. What's up, Sims? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? Yep, and Chucky Doll is Bushwick, son from, the Ghetto Boys. Okay. So yeah, so she's saying all this, child. Like, she must have been in love, because 14, I couldn't even imagine 14 years. Are you kidding me? And I'm gonna have a second child with you and you ain't doing nothing. So you gonna tell me this man hasn't been doing anything? This child, something don't sound right. When it don't sound right, usually it ain't true. Like, oh Lord, but so what was he doing? I don't even know, y'all. So in any event, so let's get back to her interview with US Magazine. So she says, so I guess, like, so that means it can't be that difficult. If you was doing everything on your own, that means you was already living as a single mother. Was he just a babysitter? Because, Tia says everywhere she goes, she brings her kids. Like, they travel with her. They are, they're very cultured, and they're well-traveled children because they travel everywhere with us. So she was traveling with her kids and her husband. Lord, they was just having a fun time. Boy, that house must have been rocking and crazy. Was he eating candy and shit and eating popcorn? What was he doing, yo? He was just sitting there while you was working. Basically, she said this this motherfucker never had a job. You was with him for 14 years and had two children with him. He would have been long gone, baby. Because you can get somebody to long stroke you out and be happy. So in any event, so she says this, and while she's doing the interview, they have two children together, and so she filed for divorce. We already know that because they have all these other problems. He wasn't doing shit. Basically, that's why. But now she explains that, that they co-parent, so she explains they co-parent their kids together. They seem to be co-parenting their kids. They talk almost every day about their children and co-parenting. So if he was, a bump on a log, why would you be talking to him and co-parenting and things of that nature? That means he wasn't doing that before. So, like, I'm not getting it. Like, he wasn't doing shit before. So why would he even care what the kids are doing? So in any event, she continues. She says, everything I have to say is great. Of course, you have good days and bad days, but there are definitely more good days than bad days. And the kids are wonderful, she said. They are thriving. They are happy. Okay. She said, we are doing great. I and Cory are doing great. We are doing well. And she also revealed, I talk to him every single day. Why do you talk to him every single day? If he was a bum, if he wasn't working, if he wasn't cleaning the house, if he wasn't helping you co-parent, if he wasn't contributing to around the house, he wasn't washing the chicken first, he wasn't cutting up the tomatoes, he wasn't, putting oil in the pan to bake the cake. You know what I mean? He didn't put the water on the stove to get hot so y'all can make some spaghetti. Okay. So you say he wasn't doing that and he wasn't helping the kids he wasn't contributing around the house or financially. Okay. But yeah, she's saying that she's talking to this man every single day. What is there to talk to him about every single day? The kids? So was he the kids' best friends or was he the kids' father? I'm confused, Tia. I'm confused, baby. So in any event, she says that, that they talk she said, we tell each other that we love each other every single day. So she tells each other that we love each other every single day. I talk to him every single day. Sounds like you still in love, baby. It sounds like he can still hit it, baby. It sounds like you missing him, because why do you need to talk to a no good motherfucker every single day that ain't been cleaning, ain't been contributing, ain't been doing nothing? And she says, we tell each other that we love each other every single day on the phone. Why are you doing that? You were getting a divorce. Okay. We want it to be amicable, baby. You saying that he contribute, he ain't doing this, and you finally freed yourself, baby. You don't sound free. It sounds like you just didn't want him in the house no more. Okay, you wanted to start dating him again. What's going on? Like, what's happening, child? What's happening, y'all? Hello, Sims. How you doing? What's going on? So yes, what's up? What's up? Lord have mercy. Well, they don't need a prenup. He ain't got no money. He can't take nothing. Well, he can live that comfortable lifestyle. And that could be why if that's the case, if he gonna get some money, some spousal support. So if he was laying on his ass Monday through Sunday, that means he was a kept man. So if she don't have a prenup, Sonia Butler, that means, baby, he gonna be a kept mother sucker on the side, child. Is that why you want to convince him not to get alimony? Because, girl, I wouldn't have a conversation. Like, we can talk, but not every day. Let's get used to this divorce shit, okay? We're separated. You got to live on your own. But she said that he basically built her up, and he was like her best friend. And when she felt like she couldn't do it, he would be there supporting her, helping her. This is before. This particular video is on her Instagram channel where she's talking about how loving he is and how he pushes her to move forward and do the things that she needs to do. Okay. But she said, you saw the post. She said he ain't contributing. Okay. And she's talking to him every day. They saying that they love each other every day. That's good. That's nice. But that's a little bit too much. Sounds like you still living in a fairy tale. Okay, girl, wake up. It's over. Okay, wake up. So in any event, she continues, she says, she aimed in her journey of co-parenting. And, she's also trying to make time for herself, which she includes self-care, reflection, inner words, outwards. I don't know. She's just talking crazy. She knows she ain't doing none of that shit. So she's saying that she's doing self-reflection and blah, blah, blah. How can you self-reflect when you calling that man every day? What you need to talk to him every day to remind yourself why you're not with him and why you don't want him back. Like, girl, if you still want to be with him, go ahead. Because I wish I would be talking to somebody that's going to take my Monte. And then they didn't do shit for years and I carried everything on my back. And now I'm talking to them every day like they still in charge. Like, is this some type of control situation? Like, does he have control over you, girl? Or did you have control over him and he got out of line and she said, see you later, baby. I don't want to be you. So in any event, she goes, I just all about chasing the joy and knowing what I deserve, happiness too. I feel like women, we tend to take care of everyone else and we tend to forget about our own needs. But at the end of the day, we deserve happiness just as much as our children do and everyone else in this world. And okay, she's doing too fucking much right there. We all know that. We didn't need you could have told her something else about how he ain't doing shit. Then she continues to say, so that is what I want to continue to take into the new year. So she's going to take this into the new year where she's going to take care of herself. And she also adds that while she is definitely feeling love and peace right now, she is not thinking about a new romance anytime soon. I am loving on myself. I am in a relationship with me. Go ahead, girl, because you've been in a relationship with kids the way that you talking for your whole life, like your husband didn't do nothing. I am loving on me, and who really gives me peace are my children, seeing them every single day. She told US, loving on my children, seeing them every single day, that makes me happy, child. So okay, that's good. Now that seems believable. They give me so much peace and so much joy and so much motivation. That could be true for a little while, but I don't know. Can you hear me? Am I too low, Miracle? Can you hear me, Miracle? I don't know if you got the thing on. Sims, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because this thing be acting up on the child. Let me see if y'all can hear me. Let me stop. Okay. Let's go to settings. Auto. Okay, auto's working. All right. So in any event, let's get back to this article. Tia is a mess, child. She's in La La Land making up shit as she go. And this article, like, bitch, is this what you doing, girl? Is this to revamp your career? Like what? I can't. Okay, let me see. It's cute though. This article's cute though, but when you read it, you're just like, okay, this bitch is lying. Or she's, sometimes you gotta believe it, so you can achieve it, and sometimes you have to fake it until you make it, and maybe that's what she's doing in these, interviews. Okay, so where are we at? So she's motivating herself. Her kids are motivating her. Okay, so she's feeling peace, she's feeling love, and in addition to balancing her mom duties and fueling her own growth, Tia has teamed up to create, some dishes and stuff like that, some comfort food and things of that going on. She goes, I am a foodie, and in my opinion, when I think of food, I think of creating memories and amazing experience. And not only that, I really, really love to hang out with my family and my friends around the kitchen and indulge in some of my favorite things and ingredients and recipes. The family reunion star told US Weekly, I believe. Cookies and milk happened to be one of those, but it was not always that. I was able to enjoy an entire glass of milk without having any stomach discomfort, so thanks to Lactate, because I guess she's promoting, people that can't eat dairy foods and things of that nature. So she's cooking, and she's promoting them, they're promoting her, and she's getting a bag. So basically she's getting a bag, talking about she still love her husband, she still talks to him every day while promoting Lactate, the free, and promoting food and shit, getting her money, still talk about how good her husband is. Like if he's a bum, why are you talking to him every day? But in the event, she goes, they have given me the freedom to enjoy an entire glass of milk because it's 100% whole milk, just without the lactose. Okay, like, girl, she's doing so much. So that whole paragraph right there was Tia being fake. She was getting that money, child. She was getting, not being, overacting, because she is the actress. So she was overacting with these questions. Tia, calm down a bit, baby. She read her. She let you know that she's free now. Lord, what else did she say? So that shit was funny. I just thought the whole thing that she's saying that, she's moving on, she's feeling good, and she's so happy and blah blah blah. That shit didn't sound real. Like, why are you talking to the dude that tortured you for 14 years every single day and saying I love you? That's not how you get. You need to break whatever curse that you think that you had for 14 years. Now it's just so great. Now you're talking to him. You should have just told him you wanted him to move out and you wanted him to live across town so you could date like you used to. Because, girl, why are you still on the phone like he know everything you doing? And so, but at least, she's like Kenya Moore. She says she travels with her children, but also you guys know that there was some rumors and there was some allegations that was, going on, in these streets, that allegedly, her soon-to-be ex-husband Cory was basically bisexual. So there was some rumors going around that he was bisexual, because there was some people saying that they grew up with him and he's bisexual. There was some people saying that they had relations with him, he was bisexual. There's been, it was just been rumors and rumors and rumors going on about this whole situation with Tia and Cory. And so, she never really addressed, the rumors or that nature. But there's one thing that they did point out in the article, is that, there have been the rumors of him being part bisexual or whatever. And so they're saying that she said this was a shot at Cory when she said everybody deserves to live their authentic life. When someone says everybody deserves to live their authentic life, that's basically trying to say, like, you need to live your life. You need to be who you want to be. You don't love me like you say you love me. You don't want to be with me like you want to be. Well, be authentic and go where whatever brings you joy, allegedly. That's how I'm reading it. And she goes, and I encourage people to do that no matter what anybody else is saying on the outside, and really tap into yourself and tap into what really makes you happy and go for it. So they're saying that she gave this quote, but this quote, to the magazine was supposed to be towards Cory, because people were saying that he's bisexual. So I wonder if she's throwing a shot. I think she did throw a shot. If she threw this shot right here, where at? She threw this shot right here. Okay, that was a shot that she threw at him, because I mean she's throwing shots. Okay, she's throwing shots. She threw some other shots, but I just really didn't pay attention to it. I just felt like talking about her tonight, because when I was reading the article, I was so fucking tickled about this lying shit that she's saying, and then coming over here saying what she recently posted 3 days ago, basically saying he has to contribute, but yet she's on the phone with him every day, and she's so inspired and she's so encouraged and she just feels so good. It's so great. Like, girl, you is lying. Like, bitch, you mad, and you tired of taking a high road, girl. 14 years he was sleeping on the couch. 14 years he wasn't sweeping the floor, vacuuming. Did he clean the core? Did he wash the windows? Did he, I don't know. So in any event, when she says everybody deserves to live their life, authentic life, and I encourage people to do that no matter what anybody else is saying on the outside, and really tap into yourself and tap into what really makes you happy and go for it. So they're saying that she's coming at him for that. I encourage you to go. Like, we can say that this is a statement for women, and she's empowering women, and she's also saying that, hey, listen, go for it. Like, be your authentic self. And yes, you could take this so many different ways, but the article is saying that that this could possibly be a shot at Cory because the alleged bisexual rumors. So in any event, when you're being condescending, you would say shit like, you deserve your authentic life. That's us just throwing shots at you. You know what I mean? When we throwing shots at somebody we love, we throwing shots. This is like a text message that you send a dude when you're pissed off. Like, go live your life. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. All sarcastic and shit. I encourage you. And then she says don't listen to what people say on the outside and things of that nature. Basically, is she talking about his manager? Is she talking about society? Is she telling him to tap into what he needs to tap into and basically go do what he needs to do? You can read it so many different ways. I was like, whoa. She goes, no matter what anybody else is saying on the outside. So don't worry about what the public think. Don't worry about what people think. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Don't worry about what anybody's saying. Do you? And she says, and really tap into yourself and tap into what really makes you happy. Ooh, and go for it. Like, that's a shot. You know what I mean? It could be. She could have been on a humble. But after, posting this and then the rumors about him being bisexual, did she know that he was bisexual? Is he bisexual? What do you guys think about that whole situation? Oh, thank you so much, Sonia Butler. Thank you. R.I.P. Yes, we was talking about Takeoff at the beginning of the video. What's up, Mo? How you doing? What's going on? Right when you look in her eyes, she looks sad to me. I don't believe that he is bi. Okay, that's cool. She never had a single life, and I believe that Tia feels like she's missing something. You never know. But she said over here that, basically saying that if you refuse to help around the house, it's toxic. It's a toxic relationship, a toxic partner. Okay. They're basically assuming that when this guy puts out the video, she's talking about, Cory, because she's recently divorced. And you guys know how celebrities go here and go there. They'll poke a little here, poke a little there, poke a little here, poke a little there, put this there, put that there. Oh, I don't mean nothing about it. You know what I mean? Just like when you go back to the whole situation when it comes to the girls, when it comes to the rap girls and their beefing. But in any event, we shall see. Let's see if T is going to say any more things. Cory did say that he still loves Tia, and she basically is making a move off of, emotions. Okay, it seems like she does got a lot of emotions going on, and she's trying to get them emotions in check, child. So in any event, you guys didn't call in, but thank you guys so much for coming through. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. And you guys, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. The phone line's on the screen, and I did drop the StreamYard key in the chat, y'all. So we're going to move forward, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And you guys have a blessed night. Rest in peace, rest in power to Takeoff, because, it was a sad event that went down. It was definitely sad, and not knowing, like, come on, this is crazy. Not knowing. And then you got people crying and, just not knowing. I just hope his mother finds out the true answer and she actually get true peace when it comes to this situation. But Offset and Quavo, they really did give nice speeches. Drake gave a nice speech, but we didn't get I didn't have the whole speech, but so we shall see how, if there's going to be in the future of where people are going to, be brought to justice for how this man lost his life when he wasn't threatening anybody. He didn't have any weapons on him, and he was just taken out by a whole nother, like, Mob Ties is a rap label and a gang. Rap A Lot Music, Rap A Lot is a label and kind of used to be a gang. Mob Ties, that would tell you. Then you got J Prince, Jazz Prince, they know QC, they know P, they know all each other. All these people are intertwined. So it's just like, with all this going on, and it's not like it was a stranger. It's not like this was a private party where they only had people on their list that they wanted to be there. Not to mention Duke the Jeweler, he was killed in September playing craps or playing dice, with Mob Ties, Rap A Lot, individuals that are connected. So we shall see, because it basically seemed like somebody got the okay to start shooting at Quavo and Takeoff, or was they just trying to shoot Takeoff? Because when you come down to the situation, it seems like Takeoff was very smart, and he put the group together. He helped with the group. He helped with the rap flow, changing how rap is, which his members has said. But then you got Cardi B allegedly buying Offset, her husband, out of his contract because something wasn't right over there. Okay. And then we have the sleeping with Sweetie, sleeping with Offset. It's just so much going on. So you got that whole situation. Then I have this man just killed recently. They recently dropped Messy, and they recently just said that, if we had to pick who's better, Nikki or Cardi, or we had to choose, we have, Takeoff and Quavo choosing Nikki. I know that can't feel right for Cardi. I know that can't feel right for, Takeoff. Offset. So, but to have them come together with things that were said, were on the album, that the family did come together. You had, Offset, Quavo, and Cardi B sitting together, It's just really one of them situations. And you had the celebrities there, and Yolanda Adams, she was there too. So this is Quavo and Offset sitting together with Cardi B and Offset's mother. So rest in peace, rest in power. Good night, y'all.